Ernie, the machine which every month has been fulfilling or dashing the dreams of premium bondholders, has had a facelift. Now it'll be able to pick out the lucky numbers in a fraction of the time it used to take. But one thing won't change: the odds against winning a fortune stay exactly the same.
With flashing lights, dry ice and music, Ernie Mk3 was unveiled in Blackpool in a space-age spectacular that would have made his grandfather turn in his grave. It takes the new technological Ernie just 75 minutes to come up with the winning numbers. Back in 1957, the same process took Ernie Mk1 up to 9 days. When premium bonds first went on sale with a top prize of £1,000, it's now £250,000, the queues at post offices were said to prove the country was heading for moral degeneracy. Harold Wilson condemned the scheme as a squalid raffle. Over the years, Ernie's become a national institution. Mk2 came on stream in 1973. 5 years after its official retirement date, it's finally been superseded by Ernie Mk3. But the chances of winning remain the same.
If you've got the maximum holding of £10,000, your chances of winning work out about once every month, roughly. But your chance, if you only have a £1 bond unit, is about 11,000 to 1.
National Savings expect the new Ernie to receive a regular post bag, just like his predecessors. Though he's computerised, he is not, they stress, a computer. He can't be programmed, and his sole purpose is to generate numbers. In fact, compared with the smallest pocket calculator, he's a complete idiot.
Well, now back to the Olympic Games in Seoul.
One civil servant has been carrying out just that task for the past 31 years. All he requires is a staple diet of figures and the occasional change of image.
The identity of the host was unmistakable, and plenty of VIPs had gathered in the hope of a brief glimpse. But hidden inside his futuristic residence, this taciturn star was giving nothing away. Facing the glare of publicity, he was determined to keep his private life under wraps. But when the moment of revelation did arrive, this seasoned performer lived up to his high-tech billing. Ernie III was making his public debut. He's the latest in the family of electronic random number indicator equipment, based at the Bonds office in Blackpool. The tradition started in 1957 with Ernie Mk1. He took a week to process numbers. The next generation appeared in 1973, but still took a day and a half to complete the draw. The new Ernie's 5 times quicker, but the same principle of random selection still applies. A concept Professor Heinz Wolf tried to explain in simplistic terms.
Now, what I'm going to do is, in a moment, is to release this balloon into the audience. Now, I'm sure you would all be prepared to forecast the sort of noise it would make. But I'm sure you'd have to be pretty courageous to forecast where it was actually going to land. So I'm going to do this now.
Despite his changing image, Ernie remains hugely popular, receiving regular deliveries of fan mail, not all of it entirely complimentary.
I have loads of letters every month where people say that. They think there's some bias that Ernie has against him. But as we demonstrated this morning, I hope that cannot happen. They're just unlucky.
Ernie's picked out 29 million winners so far. That's £1.7 billion in prize money. But amazingly enough, his decisions aren't always welcome.
Well, I remember one old lady in the northeast who really didn't want £250,000, and she asked me if I could make it £10,000. But of course I had to tell her we couldn't do that because her number was out first and we had to pay the £250,000.
But he showed impeccable taste today by awarding the first top prize of £250,000 to a person living on Merseyside.
Oh, it's not me then. That winning number again is 11LN289228. Is it yours, Stuart?
Afraid not. I've won nothing.